Hello, it's Doug from Behind Closed Doors, and today I'm going to be reacting to a video called The Gift of Your Absence, How to Increase Your Perceived Value in Relationships. Well, let's see if this works. Has my perceived value gone up? Yeah. Did you miss me, you sexy bastards? I bet you did. Right, let's get into the video.
I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is...
I'm not a doctor. I want to be a doctor. Maybe I could put not before doctor. I'm not Dr. Doug. Dr. Doug. Oh, I like that. That sounds good. Dr. Doug will see you now. Really sounds like I know what I'm fucking talking about, doesn't it? Well, I don't know fucking shit.
The PsycHacks, Better Living Through Psychology.
This guy looks like a young Eckhart Tolle. He looks like he could be like deeply involved in the present moment.
And the topic of today's short talk is the gift of your absence.
And this is an audio on YouTube. That's interesting because usually people use video on video platforms.
Sometimes this is the gift that you have to give people who, for whatever reason, have temporarily forgotten your value.
Well, it's a gift I like to give people on a regular basis anyway. You could call it the gift of your absence, but I'd call it the pleasure of missing you. And especially if they don't know when they're next going to see you, it kind of spikes that dopamine levels, because maybe spikes dopamine like nothing else.
When someone close to you has become disrespectful, unappreciative, withdrawn, or unjustifiably critical, there is a human impulse to invest more energy in the relationship.
The way that I do this is based on honesty, trust and respect. If the person's not being honest with me, I withdraw. If a person's not being respectful towards me, I withdraw. If I don't feel like I can trust the person, I withdraw. I just lean back when I don't think it's appropriate to continue the interaction. And that leaning back creates a void. I don't think your absence adds value. It cements the value that you have when you are around. But sometimes people don't really need you in their life all the time. You know, people kind of use each other like tools. Like, I need to get from A to B, and who can I use to get me to where I want to be? So we use each other constantly, although that's not put in a nice way. It's not a nice way to view people as objects, but we kind of treat people like objects in the way in which we conduct our relationships sometimes. However, on the other side, if people do show honesty, trust and respect, I'll happily give them my attention. So it really depends on what the other person's prepared to put into the relationship. I'm very, very high in agreeableness, which means that I tend to mirror what people give me. So if people come up to me with positivity, I'll accept that and give it back. If people come up with me with negativity, I'll just deflect it. So I either accept or deflect. So I accept positivity and I deflect negativity. Very feng shui, very Aikido way of doing it. But basically, I don't try and fight the negativity, because then I become negative and I give negativity my time and attention and my life energy, which is all I have to give away. So I try and pay attention to what's working and reward that and ignore what isn't working, which is kind of the opposite to what most people do. Because usually we give our full attention to things that aren't working and we take our attention away from things that habitually work. That's why the news is so negative, because when you look at the news, it grabs your attention because it's negative. Oh, there's a bomb going off in this other country. Oh, there's this war going on. Oh, there's this bug going around. Like, it's all based on what's not working and what's not right in the world, because that's where our kind of attention goes towards. That soaks it up. And we ignore the fact that we have clean water, that we have electric, we're in a safe environment, that we have our health. There's loads of things. By paying attention to the negative thing, we're ignoring everything else in our life that we have to be grateful for. And if you don't know how to be grateful for what you have already, you don't deserve anything else, because you won't know how to be grateful for that either. So it's a practice of gratitude, and that's paying attention to what you're grateful for. This is one of the reasons why I enjoy fasting, because when I go without food, I really appreciate food. When I have a load of cold baths, I really appreciate a warm bath. So once we deprive ourselves of what we take for granted and we give it back to ourselves, we can look at it with a new form of appreciation. So it's not just with people, it's with the way in which we engage with life as a whole. And it's all about boundaries. It's what we say yes to and what we say no to, what we're going to open the door to and what we're going to close the door to. Basically saying what we say yes to and invite in positivity, and what we're going to say no to, which is the negativity. And when I say negativity, I'm not saying that I ignore problems. What I'm saying is, unless there's a solution, there's no point in dwelling on things that you can't control. You should only pay attention to that which was in your sphere of domain of influence.
Try harder to win back the approval of the dissatisfied individual. And sometimes this is right and necessary, so it's important to examine your own behavior.
Yeah, I'll do it a little bit, but if it's not working, I'll just do the opposite. Because a lot of things are usually binary.
Are you comporting yourself in a way you can be proud of? Are you meeting your obligations? Are you an honest and caring friend or a loving and supportive partner? If not, the behavior of the other person is valuable feedback and you may need to course correct.
And sometimes I'm absent because isolation to me is a gift. You know, everybody wants something from you. Your work wants something from you, friends, family, all that kind of stuff. Like, you know, you want something from you. It's good to take time out of your own, like, character in a way, out of your own personality and do something completely different, which is why one of the reasons why people like to go on holiday and try new experiences, because they want to break from their own ego and their own way of doing things. So it's sometimes good to be able to have a bit of chaos in order to combat the order. And because if it gets too orderly, it's going to get boring and predictable. And if it's too chaotic, it's too uncertain. So it's nice to have a foot in each.
However, if you feel like you can answer all of those questions in the affirmative, then rather than work harder in order to try to disabuse this person of his or her devaluation, it might be necessary to give this person, at least for a time, the gift of your absence.
I think one of the things that I just don't agree with the concept of this video is increase your perceived value in relationships. Sort of like, I don't care about my perceived value. I really don't. I only care about my actual value, and that's what I give myself. This sounds a little bit like a trick, like, oh, I'm going to take my attention away so that they'll miss me. And I don't think that that's the way to go about things. I don't think that that's the intent of what he's saying, but that could be how it's perceived with the title. I don't play games with people. I don't like the idea of playing games. Sort of like, I'll give myself over to somebody, and if they're not in the mood to receive, I'll just withdraw and I'll wait until they're ready to come back, and then I'll give back again. So it's more kind of like that, as opposed to, oh, I'm just going to take my time and attention away for no reason at all, and just so that they can miss me and my perceived value can go up. I think if you do that, you're playing a game. And like I've said many times on this channel and in these videos, is that the only winning move is not to play the game.
If you're a good friend, colleague, or partner, and you make yourself scarce, then what often happens is that people will miss you and they will remember why they were in a relationship with you to begin with.
Again, I think the same is true with the relationship that you have with yourself.
On the other hand, if you devolve to the level of the unjustifiably unappreciative other and sulk and complain and chastise and punish, then no one will miss you if you storm off in a huff.
And you won't like yourself either, and it's best that you have peace of mind.
Quite the contrary. They'll feel relieved that you're gone. I appreciate that it's easier said than done, but if you can exercise sufficient emotional self-control to give others your best, and then take yourself out of the relationship if you feel you can no longer do that, you'll succeed in giving people the gift of your absence. This will help them to remember your value and to re-engage with the relationship as a mature reciprocator. I will say that this has an almost 100% success rate.
And if it doesn't, and they don't value you, or your perceived value doesn't go up, then you don't want to be wasting time on people that don't value you.
Sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes years, but in almost every case, those to whom I have given the gift of my absence come back, say that they've missed me, and attempt to resume the relationship.
I had this with a friend once. I just got in touch with him one day because this is the kind of weird person that I am. And I didn't even call him. I think I text messaged him on WhatsApp or whatever. And I said, mate, let's just not talk to each other for a year. And he was like, okay. And we didn't. And we were like in touch on a regular basis, almost on a, every nightly chatting with each other. So let's just not talk for a year. And we didn't. And it just so happened to be the year of the coronavirus. And when we got back in touch again, it did give the gift of absence. Now, if there's somebody in your life that you don't like and you give them the gift of absence, it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Now, whether I choose to do so depends on a number of factors. However, at this point, it at least becomes an option on the table. Something to keep in mind. If you like what you heard, drop a comment below. And if you'd like to schedule a consultation, you can reach me at psychackspodcast@gmail.com.
Well, I think I did like what I hear. I like the looks of some of the other videos. This is the first one I've actually heard from him because I actually stumbled upon this channel. It was a recommendation. And I'll leave a comment and I'll post a link to this video and hopefully that'll be good. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to have to go and be absent and you can look forward to missing me till the next Behind Closed Doors. Hello, my name is Doug and I've created a video tutorial called What to Message a Girl for Online Dating Success. The reason why I've created this product is to help those men out there who are dating online but are not getting the replies or getting the dates that they desire. My product will teach you what to message a girl, what not to message a girl, when to message a girl, how to respond when you're not sure what to write, what to do if she doesn't reply, how to get her phone number, and how to communicate to get online dating success. If you're getting matches and no success, this product is for you. It's what you need to do today to start getting success with your matches. I'll also be talking about other issues such as how to spot red flags, identify time wasters, to stay out the friend zone, how to deal with ghosting, simmering and icing. Not only will I be giving you exactly what you need, copy and paste, I'll also be explaining to you the reason why I'm writing what I'm writing so you can understand the psychology and know what behaviours to look out for and which ones to avoid. This product is packed with value. I've tried to cram as much as I can into a short amount of time as possible while being the most informative. If you're a man and you're confused and frustrated with what to text with online dating, this product is the solution for you to get more dates in less time. Click the link in the description box below to buy the product and change your dating life forever.